Welcome to The Base with Abby and Wilson. Today we're talking to Bamboo, who is a pioneer of the Kenyan hip-hop industry, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Thank you so much for agreeing to this interview.
Oh, no problem.
Alrighty then. We have a bunch of questions for you. You know it's uncensored, right? Like you've been warned, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Alright, cool. So, your new single, Kubaf, with Abbas. This means
Yeah.
K-South is coming back, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. I'm sure we're all pleased to hear that. Okay. I'm curious about that song because it sounded like it was meant to be to someone.
Yeah, I mean, it could be interpreted that way.
Could be,
Yeah.
should be.
It could be. It's whatever you want, you know.
It's whatever.
It's whatever you. It's whatever you need.
That's that sounds slightly elusive, but all right, okay, cool. So, is this song supposed to show that you're like back in establishing yourself, or rather re-establishing yourself?
Yes, and as well as sending a definite message out there to the entire industry.
That message is to someone. You keep talking about like that sending a message to, but it's okay. I'm gonna let it slide.
We'll end the speculation. We're talking to everybody.
Everybody who has done what?
You know, they know themselves. I don't have to name any names. We try to keep it as professional as possible.
Wilson, do you believe
Yes.
him?
No, I'm gonna ask. You've been around for a long time. Like you're one of the pioneers of the Kenyan hip hop scene. So, in your what do you think is the future of the Kenyan hip hop?
I believe the future of this scene is for us to make music that transcends our borders.
Yeah.
That goes international.
Yeah.
Because Kenya needs to go into markets where people actually buy music. Like Tanzania, it's possible to go platinum in Tanzania, and UG is the same, Nigeria is the same, South Africa is the same. So we need to have an industry that actually buys music.
So how do you correct that? Like in Kenya, guys don't buy music.
Because
many
we're
people
pirates.
many people don't know any of the hip hop
Unfortunately,
artists.
Yeah, that's true. So we have to sell beyond our own borders. So we have to cross over into UG. We have to cross over into. We're like musical refugees. We have to cross the border, otherwise we might not make a living.
So how do we change that?
Create a culture where people buy music.
Instead of download it on a torrent?
Yeah, and create incentives for people to download music, and we'll use various media platforms to talk about the purchase of music. You must buy music, otherwise your industry will die. And if your industry dies, then that means another industry from beyond your borders will take over your industry. So like if our music industry dies, then the Nigerian music industry will dominate, and they'll come here and they'll take your money and they'll go.
True.
So at any nation, any country has to have what can I say? It needs to export more than it imports.
Yeah.
So now if we can't even make our own music, so then that's among the long list of things that we're unable to produce for ourselves. So we start importing more than we export. We need a favorable balance of trade. That means we export more than we import.
Okay.
So music is one of the things that it's a principal thing that we can export. Creativity and just things like that. And intellectual property, we can export that stuff. And we need laws that protect the home industry so that we have an upper hand. Otherwise, we'll be completely run over by foreigners.
Yeah. So what kind of support do you think like the current government should give to artists like yourself and many others so that you can be able to transcend and go?
Policy.
Move to the borders.
They have to change the policy. They have to make laws that say, radio stations, media must play 70% local.
But they already have a law like that, like for TV, and it doesn't necessarily work. In fact, my question is the problem that people aren't
70%?
buying?
Not yet.
No, for like what
Content
shows
on
on
TV,
TV?
60%.
It's supposed to be like 60%.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be local. It's just the law is there, but they're not implementing it. So is the problem the government implementing the law, or
Yeah,
the people
yeah.
who are not producing enough quality content?
No. The law must be implemented. I mean, there has to be fines for violations, things
So-
like that. Things that protect the home industry, so that, if we produce, even if we manufacture toilet paper, you can't allow a foreigner to import toilet paper and sell it cheaper than you do.
Yeah.
You know, because you kill the home industry and they lose jobs. I mean, when we have an entertainment industry here, it creates jobs. And jobs is something that's one of the main things on Uhuru's list that he said he was going to provide for us.
Yeah.
We need jobs, so we need to protect home industry, and entertainment is the home industry. So whenever artists come here from overseas or from outside of our borders, they have to be taxed higher so as to protect the home industry. Yeah.
But I'll ask you something. Like, do you guys like have a lobby group that can lobby the government, or ask the government like to create those laws you're talking about?
Yeah, we push for those things through musical bodies like MCSK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Morris has been working tirelessly, you know, to assist us in this process.
Yeah.
So there's things we're doing. We're pushing for it. Even that 60% was a result of what we were pushing for. But we want to push even harder and make it, you know, make it more strict and not. We don't need to eliminate the pirates. We need to give them jobs because they're already in the position.
Like in the USA where you are, what kind of laws are there to protect the entertainment industry?
Yeah. There's FBI piracy laws. You know, if you're caught, you go to prison for a long time. You know, it's very serious. The piracy is taken extremely seriously, and you know, Kenya needs to do the same thing. Okay. MCSK now has the power to, you know, to squeeze down on piracy, and they can use law enforcement to do so. So I think, and then there's been strides, there's been improvements. So I think we're doing better than we were, but there's still a long way to go. You know, I think we're still in the baby stages of our industry.
Who do you think is really revolutionizing the hip hop scene right now?
Who?
Like your personal favorites.
I definitely like what Calligraph is doing. I like what Rabbit the King is doing. Rabbit is dope. You know, I like their energy. Kvo K-Force as well. They have a lot of positive energy, and they're, you know, we need more creative artists like them.
Creative.
Yeah.
You mean like not saying the same stuff all the time?
Yeah, you know, and just make up new things, make up new avenues, talk about, you know, just stimulate people's minds with creativity. You know?
True.
Yeah.
Well, technically your last song was a diss track, which, I mean, has been done before.
Yeah, but I think there are different creative ways of handling that situation. Like, those situations will always arise.
Yeah.
The situation where you want to diss someone?
No,
or the situation
where you want to respond to a certain situation. So you're able to respond to it.
This is a situation that you weren't telling us about, that one, right?
I mean, you can interpret it like that if you want to.
Okay.
But
different ways to respond.
Yeah, and it's basically, you know, we didn't name any names in the song. You know.
We
I'm gonna go into names. I'm gonna go into names.
I mean, right now,
I'm gonna go into names.
Oh, you want to go into names?
Yeah, I want to go into names.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your beef with Octopizzo. What is it all about?
To me, that's like, because I don't think, it's anything personal. I think it was something that, you know, it was a response that I was given. Somebody was asking me, you know, what do you think? Who do you think is better, you know, Calligraph or Octo? So I just, you know, I made my comment. I just said that I prefer Calligraph. Not that this other guy is not talented or anything, but you know, I just prefer Calligraph, and the difference is clear. I think that might have been misconstrued by Octo to mean a diss or something like that. But if you remember clearly, when I first checked back into the country, I was the one who was making peace between Octo and Abbas.
Yeah, I even saw a photo of you and Octo.
Yeah, and I even made them shake hands, and I took a picture of them together, and I have the picture.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was playing the role of peacemaker. So actually, when he tweeted what he tweeted, you know, that question that came up, whether Calligraph or Octo is better, that came up on Twitter. Okay. So I just responded.
So you just responded Octo, innocently, like how you feel.
Yeah.
In terms of is it in terms of lyrical prowess, or in terms of their music, or in terms of what? Yeah,
all of the above.
There was a tweet that you said, if I remember correctly. You wrote, "I don't have time to tweef with this guy Octo. If you want to tweef with Calligraph." Was that in response to? It sounded like you were telling him to stick to his lane. basically, is what I'm asking.
Yeah,
or did it like the emotion get ahead of you, or?
I think also social media kind of took it and ran with it. You know what I mean?
It did.
They made,
ran the race.
Because ours were more of, slick lines back and forth, kind of funny lines back and forth. It was more about jokes than anything personal,
You're telling him like, I think I saw a tweet telling him like he doesn't speak English. And
yeah.
He was saying like you're working at McDonald's selling burgers. And
yeah.
stuff.
So he was saying, when I responded with that tweet about Calligraph being a doper rapper, he said, he tweeted back and said, "Wingine wanafakurudi state or flip my burger."
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, wow, that was a very stupid thing to say because there's millions of Kenyans overseas, and those guys are not just flipping burgers, man. They're making moves and they're sending billions of shillings back to billions of dollars back to Kenya, So when I hear a statement like that, and moreover, even if you're flipping burgers in America, you're pulling in at least maybe $400, $500 a week. That's far more money than what Octo is making. So are you really dissing the guy who's making more money than you?
Is it more money than what Octo is making though?
Yeah, he's not doing $500 a week. No, he's not.
He's making money. He has The Office going on. He has the Chocolate City tours in Kibera thing going on.
Yeah, but there's no money. Where's the money?
You think Octo is making no money?
There's projects going on, but is he doing $500 a week? No.
We should get him on and ask him if he's making $500 a week.
I just don't see it, because what's that? The $500 a week? That's $2,000 a month. Mm-hmm. Is he doing $2,000 a month? Come on, man. Who are we fooling?
Are you making
I'm just saying. I have businesses outside of music that have nothing to do with music.
So you have other businesses?
Yeah.
Like, for example?
So I sell vehicles. I sell all kinds of things. I have like laptops, iPads, things like that. You know what I mean? And
so are you making 2,000 grand?
Those things make more money than that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
It fluctuates though, but it makes more money than that. And me, if I was relying on music, we would have been starving a long time ago. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
So. To me, like when he makes comments like that, I'm like, those aren't very fruitful. Besides, you want to be able to sell to Kenyans overseas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why should you diss them in that way? You alienated hundreds of thousands of people by saying something stupid.
Okay.
So I don't think that was a.
So you think it was stupid of him to say that because he's alienating his market?
Yeah.
If you want to be an international artist.
Yeah, you're alienating the people who can help you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that wasn't a very well thought out.
So there's no beef, like it's not personal, it's just music.
Yeah, it's no beef. Really, I don't blame him. It's nothing personal.
Okay.
I thought it was funny. Actually, I really thought it was funny. It was just jokes back and forth. That's what it was.
Have you done collabos with MCs like Calligraph, all those guys that you mentioned?
Yeah,
all those guys.
Definitely, they're coming soon.
Oh, they're coming soon.
Good stuff. Are you doing a collabo with your sister or your brother?
Yeah. I've already done a collabo with Victoria Kimani. Definitely coming soon.
All right.
With Kimia as well. There's another one coming soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then we have surprises coming. Some exciting stuff coming, man. We might do, the video for one with all three of us.
Are you working with a bus on a big project, or it's only that collabo that you did?
We want to look at the results of this collabo.
Okay.
And then if the public demand it, then the public get what they want. Yeah.
You told us the video is coming out?
Yeah.
Nice.
By next week it should be out for Kubaf.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Next week when?
We're looking at a Friday. Should drop on Friday.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick one. What would you like to tell Kenyan to expect about yourself? Is there an album coming soon?
There's new music coming. There's a new song with Kolo coming on. That single is going to be crazy, and the videos we're gonna start shooting probably next week.
What's the name of the song?
It's called Kapit Karat.
Guess what that's about?
Guess what that's about? Yeah. It's exciting though. It's fun. It's very fun music. I want to get into that area where we're having fun with it now. We just want to create more content and do more collabos and work, with and interact with more artists, you know, and
Nice,
see what we
nice,
can
nice.
create. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so. There you have it. The video for Kubaf, which you can watch on Zuka.com when it comes out, is going to be up next week on Friday. The song Kubaf by Abbas and Bamboo.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
And he promised he's gonna do a freestyle before he leaves.
Oh, freestyle.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh man. Well, I'll say a few words. Let me see. Since it's Sunday, I'll spit like this. Look, people put their trust in credit cards and visas instead of putting their trust in Jesus. I watched as the Wall Street CEOs got rich on the backs of your moms and your pops. Then they go buy race cars and yachts. I grew up in Inglewood, the son of 2 Africans, but I represented like the Pope rep the Vatican. A lot of these rappers either don't know what's happening or their brains frozen in time like dummy mannequins. I'm gonna take it back to the essence from which it came. This ain't no snap music, I'm going against the grain, thinking outside the box. Bamboo is the name, numbing your pain like cocaine, numbing your brain. Something like that.
Nice.
was nice.
Good stuff.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
I'm waiting for your video. Album? What's
Yeah. Album coming soon. The African Bantu
the African Bantu?
will be ready very soon.
Very soon. What's very soon?
I mean, we're looking at within the next 2 months. So
The next 2 months.
Yeah.
So in
2
September,
months.
we're going to have an album from you.
yeah, by December we'll be pushing the album.
By December.
Yeah.
Nice.
A week for a song, 2 months for an album. You heard it here first. The Bass.
See you the next time on the base.